Well, hello and welcome everybody to the New Health Conversation. And as I always do before I start any podcast, the New Health Conversation, I want to address the censors. And the reason I want to do that, censors, is because over the last few months, there have been several instances where you interrupted, stopped, or restricted viewing of our podcast because of misinterpretations that we were somehow outside of your community guidelines. So first of all, one of the biggest things was you felt at one point anyway, maybe what we were talking about was disordered eating. Nothing could be farther from the truth. Let me clarify for the long term. This is a registered trademark with the U.S. Patent Office. The U.S. Patent Office does not give out patents to things that are unhealthy for human beings, especially anything like disordered eating. It's called protein pacing. It's a registered trademark with the U.S. Patent Office. But the second and probably more important point is the protein pacing has now been published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. It's 100% safe. It's 100% real. We make no claims. You don't get published in major medical journals for something that is unhealthy for human beings. As a matter of fact, the protein pacing is the best way to eat on the planet, where you're getting 4 meals a day, 5 days a week, and 2 days a week you're actually getting 8 meals a day. And it's a detox. It's not a diet. There's no deprivation. There's no calorie counting. They didn't even let people exercise in this. It is nothing to do with disordered eating. So let's put that aside. Number two, you said you were concerned that maybe it represented body dysphoria or body imaging problems. Again, it's a detox. What we teach people is there's no such thing as them getting fatter. We support them in saying, look, it has nothing to do with body image. You have the same number of fat cells at puberty you do when you die. And what's happening, the body takes the chemical and stuffs it inside our visceral fat, and those fat cells expand. But fortunately, they can shrink as well. And they prove through blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis that this is, I'm not sure if this actually worked. Well, good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome to the New Health Conversation. And immediately I want to address the censors, as I do every time for the New Health Conversation. Now, the reason that I want to do that is over the last few months, there have been several instances where you've interrupted, stopped, or limited our views on the New Health Conversation. And the reason you were doing that is because there was a misunderstanding about what we were covering. So let's talk about that right now. First thing was, you had said that you thought it was some form of disordered eating. Completely wrong. This is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. It's called protein pacing. It's also registered by U.S. trademark. U.S. Patent Office does not give out trademarks to things that are harmful to human beings. But more importantly, this protocol, protein pacing, is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. Number one, they've proven through 10 different boards of examination that it's safe and it's real, and there are no claims. The only thing we're sharing with our audience is the actual medical proof. You have nobody else on TikTok other than the pharmaceutical companies that we can find with one shred of medical evidence. We bring 10 published peer-reviewed studies for the general public to see, so they can be assured it's safe, it's real, and there are no hyperboles, no bunch of nonsense that I'm hearing on other people on social media. So number one, it's completely safe. I mean, heck, 5 days a week they're eating, 4 days a week they're eating 5 times a day, and 2 days a week they're eating 8 times a day. It's the safest, most major breakthrough in nutrition, but it's a detox. It is not a diet. There's no calorie count. There's no deprivation. Okay. Now, number two, you'd said that this was some form of body dysphoria or body imaging. Again, we teach people because it's a detox. We all need to be detoxing. We're drinking, we're breathing, we're eating chemicals. As they enter our body, the body's taking the chemical and stuffing it inside our visceral fat. So what happens to people, they've been lied to when they told they're getting fatter. We blow that to smithereens. We have the same number of fat cells at puberty that we do when we die, and they expand or contract over a lifetime, given a few here or there. So it's the safest thing you can ever do. And what we show them is the way the bloating they're experiencing has nothing to do with body image. It's the body telling them that they're toxic inside. And then we show them what they can do if they detox. The body simply shrinks. The body doesn't care about body image. It has nothing to do with that. This is about being the healthiest person we can ever be. Number two, it said we were diverting people away from TikTok to buy products. There are no products to buy. There have never been products to buy. We have no plans to sell products. You can go to the New Health Conversation. You'll see there's nothing to buy there. The only thing is the medical proof. We even offer people free consultations and free coaching. The coaching is free. The consultation is free. Last but not least, you were concerned that maybe it wasn't original material or copyrighted material. We have an interview on our website with the #1 weight loss nutrition physiologist in the world. He and his team created this, and they encouraged us to put their studies on our website so they're in the public domain. Everybody can see them. So it's the original material. It's copyrighted, but they gave us permission to post on our website. Nobody else on TikTok, on social media, we can find anybody with one shred of medical evidence other than the pharmaceutical companies. They, of course, have peer-reviewed human trial studies. So if anything, we're the most compliant people you have on all of TikTok. And I would think you would be championing us as a real beacon of hope for people with a real medical solution to this crisis called obesity. So thank you very much. I hope this will clear up any misunderstandings we've had in the past. Thanks for your time. Well, hello, everybody. Marcia, Shay Rays, Rudolph, info, Glenn. Glenn wants info. Yes, you'll get it in a moment. Themby, Mar, Creed and Company. So let's talk about this immediately because I know that people got short amounts of time. So first of all, let's talk about it. How she actually lost 60 pounds in 90 days. No products, no pills, no dieting, but a revolutionary new detox. This is a detox. It is not a diet. And I have to ask you a question, Glenn, or anybody else. Do you believe we're living in a toxic world? And do you believe that you're toxic? Because if you don't, you're on the wrong podcast. We are living in a toxic world. We are all toxic. We're drinking, we're breathing, we're eating chemicals. And the brain, in its infinite wisdom to protect us, is taking these chemicals and stuffing them inside what's called our visceral fat. The visceral fat is the fat around the organs, and those fat cells are expanding. Don't ever be told you're getting fatter or you burn fat on a diet or you burn fat at the gym. It's hogwash. Those fat cells don't change, give or take a few over your whole lifetime. What they do is they expand because the poisons are being stuffed in there to protect us. This is a detox. We have medical proof through blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis that this protocol is allowing her body to detox. There are no products involved. There are no pills involved. There are no shots involved. There's no elixirs. This is based on food and a new way of eating that empowers our own body to detox. It's naturally capable in all of us, but it would never happen with just normal food. We'll get into that in just a minute or two. Even if you think you're doing organic, even if I eat clean, you're living in a dream world. Our food around the world is becoming more and more almost nutritionally bankrupt. And if you look at what's really happening to us is, like in the United States, they call us the most overfed and undernourished society in the world. That's really true. We've created this huge bounties. I don't blame the farmers, but they're using what they have to increase their crop yields. But at the same time, as the yield goes up, the nutrition has declined. I'll give you an example. Here's a study that was done, and they clearly stated over the last 25 years, scientific studies prove that the nutritional value of food, fruits, vegetables, and grains has decreased by 50%. In 25 years. So in 2001, you could eat one plate of food. 25 years later, that one plate of food, you have to eat 2 plates of food. Did you ever wonder why you're not why you're hungry all the time? And why do we have snacking? Why do we have vending machines in office buildings? I'm in an office building here where the studio is. And I can tell you, 10, 11 in the morning, I hear the vending machines, and about 3 in the afternoon. Because the food people are eating is not sustaining them. Calories mean nothing, everyone. You can't count calories and think that's going to cause you to lose weight. It's not an opinion on my part. Stop counting calories. Harvard Medical School. The idea of a calorie in, calorie out when it comes to weight loss is not only antiquated, it's just wrong. Says Fatima Stanford, obesity specialist, Harvard Medical School. We're all being duped. And I'll tell you, it's even worse. I would challenge any of you, anybody, put in the chat, just a yes or no, are you aware of anybody on social media with one shred of medical evidence other than the pharmaceutical companies for their GLP-1s? Go. And now this new protocol called protein pacing, which is a registered trademark U.S. Patent Office. It's a detox. It's not a diet. There's no calorie counting. No one was even allowed to exercise. And yet they lost weight in 4 days. It would take you 6 weeks on any diet. I'll prove it to you here in just a few minutes. So the way this came about, the researchers who created this, they're considered the top weight loss nutrition physiologists in the world, rated #1. They were paid for 40 years. They did over 100 studies trying to find a diet that worked. They never found it. Listen, no one would be on this call right now. If you'd found a diet where you could lose weight and keep it off, you would be on this podcast. And so they said, wait a minute, this is a miserable failure. They found other researchers who had found people in the world were areas where nobody was overweight, not a person. And it was pretty simple. And these regions were in Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand. And the commonality of what these people had, they had food that they had access to that we don't, with huge amounts of nutrition. And because your body doesn't count calories, doesn't care about calories, never, ever, ever have you been hungry for a calorie in your life, your body, the only thing it can ever be hungry for is nutrition. And when you're full, it's because you have enough nutrition, not because you have enough food, not because you have enough calories. That's crap, okay? So basically what happened with these people, they could eat less food because they were full of nutrition sooner, and it turned off the hunger. It's called, the hormone in your body that tells you you're full is called leptin. Okay, so the research said, wait a minute, this is cool. So they brought these foods and then combined them with regular food. However, if you imagine you have no food in your house, that's how this works. You'd go to the grocery store, you'd have a grocery list that we would give you that the researchers developed, and on the list are targeted foods, proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables based on serving sizes, not calorie counting. Okay, you got it so far? The other 70% of the food you would consume comes from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, that you can't buy in any grocery store, that these researchers had brought over to this country for the last 20 years, but they never put it together into a system to lose weight. So now they had the food. Then what they did, 5 days a week, she had 4 meals a day. Yeah, she started with what those foods around the world that researchers call the world's most perfect foods that make the world's most perfect meal because they contain about 300 different nutrients. Remember, your hunger is generated by lack of nutrition. Here, you're flooding your body with nutrition, okay? So breakfast every morning for her till she lost her weight 5 days a week. World's most perfect food, lunch and dinner from the grocery, and a 4th meal after dinner, the world's most perfect food. 2 days a week, here comes the detox. No food from the grocery store, only these exotic foods from around the world. World's most perfect food. This time she ate 8 times a day. She was eating every hour and a half for 2 hours. Now, why was that important? By the way, diabetics on this, no one had insulin spikes, even though they're eating 8 times a day. The key to detox is simple. Every night when you go to sleep, as long as you don't eat too late, your body all but stops digestion, which it has to do. Then it begins to detox in a process called autophagy, when your body every night has to get rid of the dead cells. Happens every night. You don't have a choice. It's happening as long as you don't eat too late, okay? These researchers thought, they didn't know because they had to prove it, that if they gave her these exotic foods spread out 8 different times, really small amounts, almost no digestion would be involved, and yet she still had lots of nutrients. And it worked because they did blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis and proved without a shadow of a doubt this was removing chemicals from the body. What they didn't expect to see was this unbelievable safe weight loss, sustainable, where people were losing as much weight in 4 days as 6 weeks of dieting. They were, in the studies, people were losing as much weight in a month as a year on diets. And instead of losing any lean muscle, which is your downfall in all your diets, they gained 6 to 12% lean muscle mass. And no one was allowed to exercise. They wore Fitbits to prove they didn't exercise. Not that the researchers were against exercise. But otherwise, you'd all be saying, oh, she lost weight because it was diet and exercise. I got to exercise. No, you don't. It's total waste of your time. Here's UCLA, a huge study on diet and exercise. It just came out. Landmark study. UCLA researchers find that diet and exercise ineffectiveness parallels all diets, like nearly every dieting method. Combining diet and exercise proves unsuccessful for meaningful long-term weight loss. Good luck at the gym. This is the misinformation that's out there. The trainers think they're telling you how to lose weight by working out. No, not because I said so. The research shows it. And yet, what do we keep doing? You can't, I'll tell you right now, give me a yes or no. Can anybody show me anybody on TikTok with one shred of medical evidence? So if they're telling you to do a diet and they have no evidence, what are they giving you? An opinion. Are you relying your life? You're putting your life in the hands of an opinion? This protocol she's on is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. You now have a choice. You have an option. The only other medical studies are by the pharmaceutical companies on the GLP-1s. And now we're finding out every day. And we're not even against the GLP-1s. Diabetics need the medication, people morbidly obese. But there are serious side effects now, not to be ignored. I mean, what do you want to do with your life? Do you want to keep continuing to go on opinions and go on a diet and lose weight and gain it all back and then go find another diet and lose it and gain it back? If you're yo-yoing, you all know it. Nobody would be on this podcast if you'd found a diet that worked. This is not a diet. My God, she lost 60 pounds in 90 days. Kristen, 21 pounds in a month. She only needed to lose 30 pounds. My God, she lost 70 pounds of her weight in just 30 days. And then Julie here. How about 35 pounds in 37 days? Nearly a pound a day, not a pound a week like you're all cheering on a diet when you lose a pound a week. Congratulations, because on a diet, that's about the best you're going to do. But diets don't detox your body. Diets don't. I mean, listen, they had diabetics in this that had to cut their meds by 50% in a month. This is going to change the world for the people that know about it. Again, why are you all following Catlin? I went over that. I'll go over it again in a minute just for you and for everybody else, okay? Lee Che Neil already gave me a rose. Thank you very, very much. And listen, can we get some more taps on the screen? If you like the content, I'd love for you to comment on it and tell me positively I'm making a positive difference in your lives. I'm a nutritional researcher. Who the hell is this guy? Let me go real quickly, and I'm not trying to impress you. I want to press upon you. This is who I am. 4 best-selling books, some of the biggest medical doctors in the world, screaming, diets are dead, they don't work. For 15 years, the first book came out in 2010, so that's 16 years ago. But for 23 years, I've been one of the voices screaming, we're ingesting and storing chemicals in our body. I did 20 appearances on PBS about this, 1,500 lectures around the world in universities and hospitals. They flew me to China to lecture about this. I was a keynote speaker at Autism One in Chicago 2 years in a row. So I'm not just some person up here. Everything I'm going to share with you, none of them, what I'm sharing with you is my opinion, by the way. The only thing I'll ever share with you is medical proof. If you want a silliness, go follow the people on TikTok with opinions, without a shred of medical evidence, without one shred. I don't give a damn what diet you think it is, paleo, keto, Mediterranean. They do not work long term. You don't have to believe me. Here's Medicare. Medicare, they just did a huge study. They're trying to bring healthcare costs down. Listen to what they said. Medicare search for effective obesity treatments. Diet's not the answer. Our researchers at Medicare looked at the long-term outcomes of diets and found that 2/3 of all dieters regained more weight than they lost on any diet. That's all of you. Gosh, wake up. This will change your life. I mean, Sheila, look at this, a 65-year-old man, 40 pounds in a month with no, look at his stomach on day 1, look at his stomach on day 30. And then Eric, 45 pounds in a month. Now that looks like a different person. It's the same person. But my God, look at his look at his triglycerides and bad cholesterol cut in half in 30 days. And look at his blood pressure, 134/91, dropped to 102/61 in 30 days, everybody. Have you ever seen anything like this? We're going to teach you how to do this. As a matter of fact, here's the website, everybody, by the way. You can go there at any time. The only thing there is the medical proof, including the journal. The studies are there on the website for you to see. Don't believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I shouldn't have to convince you. But the 10 peer-reviewed human trial medical studies, if that doesn't convince you, good luck to you on your life. Good luck on your weight loss journey. You're all absolutely running full speed ahead right into a brick wall. You are. Because again, I'd love for anybody in the chat, can you tell me anybody on TikTok or social media with one shred of medical evidence? Please give me a yes or no. I want to know. Who can tell me? I know people are anxious to find out about this. I promise I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so to repeat, this is how they did this. First of all, it was invented by the top weight loss nutrition researchers in the world. They have no company. They have no products. There are no products. There are no lotions, potions, pills, shots, nothing. These researchers had been paid for 40 years to try and find a diet that worked. And they did 100 studies, thousands of people. They never found a diet. Not only did they not have people lose weight and keep it off, but 2/3 have already gained more weight than they lost. And one simple principle you probably didn't even understand. A diet is nothing more than reducing the amount of food you're eating. The hell with the calories. Your body can't count a calorie, doesn't know what a calorie is. You've never in your life ever been hungry for calories. You're alive because of three things: air, water, and what? Nutrition. When you reduce the amount of food you're consuming, you're reducing the amount of nutrition. It triggers starvation in your brain, and your brain turns to your muscles for fuel. Eating your muscles, basically, it's called catabolic metabolism. So when you do that, inadvertently, it slows down your metabolism, and that's why you gain all the weight back. But worse, you lose lean muscle, it also slows down your own immune system. So you're literally making yourselves unhealthy on any of these diets. We're finding this now with long-term research, looking at the real repercussions of diets. They all fail long-term. None of them work long-term. You end up with less lean muscle mass. So by the time you then decide your diet doesn't work, you gain all the weight back and go on another diet, you haven't rebuilt your lean muscle. To give you an idea, 1 pound of lean muscle, they estimate, to restore 1 pound of lean muscle you lose, you need a year's working out, a year. This is a crisis. As a matter of fact, Johns Hopkins Medical School, here it is right here. Let me read you what they're saying. Johns Hopkins Medical School predicts obesity apocalypse in 4 years. 86% of all Americans will be overweight or obese in 4 years. Does that sound to you like diets are working? So the researchers said there's got to be people somewhere in the world who aren't overweight. Well, they found other researchers who've gone to regions where nobody was overweight. In Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand. And the secret to their success sounds too simple. The food they were eating, which we can't get, or we couldn't, now we can, but we could, represents huge amounts of nutrition. And because your body, your hunger is satisfied by nutrition, not calories, they could eat way less food and be full. That's why it worked. So the researchers got those foods from those other researchers and combined it with regular food you would buy at your grocery store wherever you live in the world, but only 30%. So if you took your total amount of food you bought last month, 30% of those dollars would go to your grocery store with a specific list developed by the researchers, given to her, proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables, based on serving sizes she would consume, not calorie counting, okay? The other 70% of what she ate, or the money left over, goes towards these foods from around the world. So 5 days a week, they invented a new way of eating called protein pacing. It's so advanced, they got a registered trademark at the U.S. Patent Office for it. 5 days a week until she lost her weight, she ate 4 times a day. She started with the world's most perfect foods for breakfast. Now they call them that because those foods contain about 300 different nutrients. So unless you're on a prescription for low iron or calcium, you don't need any supplements at all. Breakfast, world's most perfect food. Lunch and dinner from the grocery, and a fourth meal after dinner, the world's most perfect foods. 2 days a week, here comes the detox. She eats 8 times a day, every hour and a half for 2 hours. And they did that. They had to do it for a very specific reason. Although, like the diabetics on this, no one had insulin spikes, okay? The reason they did that is you have a natural detox mechanism built into every one of us called autophagy. Every night when you go to sleep, as long as you haven't eaten too late, your body all but stops digestion, which it must do. When it does that, the body turns on a natural detox mechanism every night called autophagy when you get rid of the dead cells. They felt they could create this when she was awake by doing what? By giving her only these world's most perfect foods in 8 servings, giving her really small amounts of food. And that was critical because that involved almost no digestion. Turning that on, the autophagy, and then there was plenty of nutrition to run the body's system. Now, how do they know it worked? Because they did blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis and proved this is removing chemicals from the body. And that's why she shrank. That's why many of you think, oh, it's a different woman. It's the daughter of a friend of mine. We're scientists. We don't need to fake you out. We don't have anything to sell you. If you go to our website, there's no products there. But you can get a free consultation and a free coach. How much is the consultation? $0. How much is the coaching? $0. I know it sounds too good to be true, but we all got coached. The New Health Conversation is a movement. It is not, here it is again. You just go to Google, you type in the New Health Conversation. What would you see when you go there? The medical proof, including an interview with the #1 weight loss nutrition researcher in the world. He and his scientists created this. They have no products, they have no company. They've cracked the code for obesity. We've helped, the New Health Conversation was started 23 years ago by me. We've helped 800,000 people in 23 years change their lives. Well, imagine most of you, and I'm going to do free consultations here in a moment if you want. And all you need to tell me is you're male or female, how tall you are, and your current weight, and I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. But there's the website where you can go see the medical proof, and then you decide, scroll down, you get a free coach and free consultation. Okay? But when we got people like a 65-year-old man losing 40 pounds in a month and his A1C going from 8.4 to 6.4, that's unheard of in diabetics. That's a 25% drop in A1C in 30 days. Or even Eric over here with all of his medical improvements. He lost 40, that's a pound and a half a day, everybody. And look at triglycerides in half, bad cholesterol in half, blood pressure 134/91 dropped to 102/61. That's in 30 days. 30 days. You tell me if there's anything like this. So now what I'd like to do, I hope the people that were curious about how do I do it, that I did that, or if there are more people that want to know. Okay, now, great, I see Castellan's already in line. Here's what I need. If you want me to do a free consultation, how much is the consultation? $0. What's it based on? 800,000 people over 23 years. And I'm going to give you your medical weight. I'm not going to give you some diet thing that you would settle for. You don't have to settle. You have settled up to this point. Oh, I hear things like, I'd be happy to lose 20 pounds. I really need to lose 50, but I don't even believe I can lose 20. Your dreams can come true. And so I need, are you male or female? How tall are you? And what's your current weight? And I'll give you a free evaluation right now. Okay, so Castellan, I'm 5'5", 215. Castellan, 5'5". Great weight for you is going to be 120. That's 95 pounds. You're going to lose, Castellan, first 4 days. 4 days, Castellan, listen to me. You're going to lose 6 to 8 pounds. The first month, at least 20 pounds, Castellan. That's going to get you down to 195 after 1 month, 175 after 2 months. Notice the numbers stay pretty consistent. 155 after 3 months, 135 after 4 months. In 4.5 months, Catlin, you're going to be 120. Tell me how excited you'd be about it. Did you hear what I said? In less than 5 weeks, you'll be 120. Well, look at her. She lost 60 pounds in 90 days, Catlin. Look at right there. But she's not the only one. I mean, if we look at Julie, and I won't promise you that, but it's possible. Look, 35 pounds in 37 days, Catlin. You ever seen anything like that, Catlin? Give me a yes or no. And Catlin, one other thing, help me out here. Put it in the chat. Any of you can do this. Listen to me carefully. I couldn't be more serious. Are any of you aware of anybody on TikTok or social media with one shred of medical evidence? Give me just a yes or no, people. Let me know what your feelings are. This is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. It's called Protein Pacing. And the only people with medical proof on all the social media are the pharmaceutical companies. And now this. Again, give me some yes or no's. No, Catlin. Yeah. Never seen that, Lulu. Never seen that, Catlin said. Okay. Come on, everybody. Let's change some lives here this morning, all right? Let me go. So I did Catlin. Catlin, tell me, are you excited about those numbers for yourself? Okay, female, 5'6", 254. You don't have a name. I see your face, number 3. Okay, I'm going to go just on your numbers. At 5'6", a great weight for you is going to be about 130. That's 124 pounds. You're going to probably lose 8 or 10 pounds in 4 days. The first month, you're going to probably lose close to 25 pounds. That means you're going to go from 254 down to 230 after a month. The second month, it might slow down a little bit, about 25 pounds. So 230, 205 after 2 months. You're going to crack 200 in the third month, probably 180 after 3 months. It'll slow down a little bit. The fourth month, 160. The fourth month, 140. So 6 months, a little over 6 months, you're going to be easily going to be about 130. So tell me number 3. Put in the chat how excited you are. Also, let's get some more taps on that screen if you like this content. Who's telling you medical proof? Nobody. I'll defy any of you. Put in the chat. Tell me anybody on social media showing you any medical proof other than their doggone opinions. They're nice people, but an opinion is not a fact, and you've been relying on it too damn long. Let's put an end to that crap today. Okay? I get very emotional, everybody, so don't take it for anything other than my passion to help all of you. Okay, Shuray, 5216. Okay, Shay, 110 would be great for you. That's going to be 62 pounds. Shay Ray, hold on. Let me come back before I don't want to lose you. Okay, so 172. You're going to lose 6 to 8 pounds in 4 days. Listen carefully, Shay Ray. 4 days. The first month, at least 20 pounds. 152 after 1 month. 132 after 2 months. 112. So basically about 3 months, maybe a little bit more, you're going to be 110. Shay Ray, tell me how excited you'd be about those numbers. That it thrill you? Would you be, do you think? Also, all the ladies, you're going to lose a dress size in the first week with no exercise. She was not allowed to exercise. They wore Fitbits to prove they didn't exercise. All of them. Even though the first picture, people tell me, oh, they switched women. It's the daughter of a friend of mine. We're not switching a damn thing, okay? So let me come back. So Shay Ray, put some comments. I want to hear from all of you. Come on, this is live. I'm doing it for you to show you what's possible. And if you go to our website, by the way, we won't contact you. We don't do that. We're scientists. But if you like what you see, scroll down, free consultation and a free coach. How much is the consultation? $0. How much is the coaching? $0. What are you buying from us? Nothing. We're giving you a food list. You're going to eat food in a new way. I'm all fired up now. I'm all fired up. Sorry, everybody. Okay. So Shay Ray, good. Okay, Vanilla, 5'2", 146. Okay, 5'2", 110, great weight for you. No, 120 is not your medical weight. Your medical weight should be about 110. That's going to be 36 pounds. But rest easy. First 4 days, 5 to 7 pounds. First month, you'll lose at least 15 pounds. So 131 after 1 month, 131, 116 after 2 months, but 2.5 months you're going to be at 110. So Vanilla, put in the chart. Come on, everybody. Are you excited about these numbers? It's about your life and your change in a really short period of time and detoxing your body. The main reason to do this is not the weight loss. We know that's going to happen for sure. Come on, everybody. This is a community effort. We're cheering for you. We want you to be successful. Hell, I lost 40 pounds in 7 weeks 23 years ago. You don't think I'm excited about my life? I've kept it off for 23 years. We don't teach you to just lose the weight. We teach you how to keep it off for the rest of your life. And the coaching's free. How much is the coaching? $0. Oh, let's follow someone that is selling electrolytes. I researched the ingredients. I'm a health coach. Yeah, but you're not a scientist. I mean, you're all believing these myths. They're giving you opinions with no facts at all, none, $0. These are facts. The numbers I'm giving you are ultra conservative. I mean, if you look at Julie, everybody, look at, that's almost a pound a day, and she's a woman. Oh, women aren't supposed to lose weight that fast. Look at it. Where's the loose skin? She doesn't have any. It's not a diet, it's a detox. I hope the hell you're all excited. Come on, I'm excited. Be excited for your lives. Be excited for the next part of your life, the next chapter. Your best days can be ahead of you, not behind you. If you stay on these damn diets, yeah, you're gonna constantly lose weight and gain it all back, and you've done nothing to remove toxins from your body. $0. Free coaching. Don't get confused. Number one, it's free coaching. You're buying food. People get confused. I've been very clear. 30% of your food, whatever you spent last month, you're going to buy 30% of your food from the grocery store and 70% from these exotic foods around the world. So it's not free food, but it's free coaching. I want to just clarify that so I don't mislead anybody. Okay, we got more people that I missed here. Okay, that was Vanilla Cassidy. Okay, Amy 50 is 5'7", 216. Whoa, 8.3. Okay, look at this, Amy. This is going to give you, look at Curtis. 8.4 to 6.4 in 30 days, Amy, in 30 days. Look at that. That's a 25% drop in A1C. Would you be interested in that? I hope so. Let me come back to your weight. Okay, where's Amy? Okay, Amy 5. Okay, you're 5'7". You should be at 140 would be a great weight for you. That's going to be 140 is going to be 76 pounds. Okay, get ready, Amy. The first 4 days, you're going to lose 6 or 8 pounds. Amy, first month minimum 20 pounds. So right out of the bat, you're going to be right at about 196 in 1 month. You'll lose another 20 the second, 176. Third month, 156. Amy, in 4 months, you're going to be 135, 140. Put in the chat. But Amy, I want you to focus on the A1C. That is, I'll show you another A1C guy. Here's a younger guy. He went from 7.9 to 6.2, and that's in 30 days, Amy, 30 days. None of this is photoshopped, Amy, and it's published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. Amy, put in the chart for me, please, help me. Do you know of anybody on social media that you've been following or you've done their protocols that have one shred of medical evidence? Give me a yes or no, Amy, a yes or no. I promise I'm going to get to all of you, okay? Thank you all for participating here. So Amy 5, I should say. Does that excite you, Amy? Where did you go? Oh, there you are, Amy 5. Okay, you got it, Amy? So basically, your whole life could change. And Amy, is the website, here it is, Amy, it's free to go to. Now, everybody, that's not a link. That's a website, The New Health Conversation. The New Health Conversation. So Photoshop it. And if you go there, the only thing there is a medical proof, but you get a free coach and free consultation, and you are going to buy food, not from us. There's no food to buy from us, I mean. You're going to buy food. How can I lose? I went through it. I'm going to go through it again in a moment here. Okay. So we got Shay Ray. Shay Ray, go to the website. Did you see the website? Give me a yes, Shay Ray, if you saw the website, the Photoshop. Okay, I don't want to miss anybody. There's Amy. Okay, so Lulu, I'm 5'3", 144. I feel, look, blow to the end of every day. Lulu, because the chemicals in your body are being stuffed inside your fat cells. Your bloating comes from that. I promise you, Lulu, you did not get fatter. Here's a lie you're being told. You have exactly the same number of fat cells once you reach puberty, Lulu, that you'll have when you pass away. And the only thing that's happening to you when the bloating is coming from your body trying to protect you, Lulu, if you believe we're living in a toxic world, we're drinking, we're breathing, eating chemicals. As they enter the body takes the chemical and stuffs it inside our visceral fat, and those fat cells expand. This is a detox proven through blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis. It's removing chemicals from the body. That's what, Lulu, you're going to lose a whole dress size in the first week. In 7 days, you'll be down 1 dress size. You tell me, how excited would you be about that, along with your weight loss of this amazing transformation in a couple months? In a couple months, you're going to be like, well, you're 5'3", you should be no more than about 115. So 115, you only need to lose 29 pounds. I mean, on this 2 months, easy, or less. I mean, look at Julie, 35 pounds at 37. And I'll show you someone who only needed to lose 30 pounds, Lulu. Look at, she lost 21 pounds in a month. So you could lose 21 pounds in a month. I'm giving you the low numbers on purpose, Lulu. But give me some comments. Come on. Are you excited about those numbers? All of you. Caitlin, you go to the website. Here it is, Caitlin, again. Right there. Google, The New Health Conversation. And it's free to go there. We won't contact you if you go there, but if you go, scroll down, get a free coach and a free consultation. Caitlin, how expensive is the consultation? $0. How expensive is the coaching? $0. What do you buy from us? Nothing. You're buying food. You got it, Caitlin? I want to make sure you all know that's the website you all can go to right there. Go to Google, type it in. It's not a link. Just type in The New Health Conversation. Okay? SD's very excited. Good. Lulu, give me some comments. Come on, Lulu. I'm cheering for you. Shay Ray, I told you how to do it. Okay, Lisa, I'm 5'7", 230. Okay, Lisa, 5'7", 135 would be a great weight for you. That's going to be 95 pounds. Lisa, first 4 days, get ready, 8 to 10 pounds. First month, Lisa, 25 pounds, 205 after 1 month. The second month, even if it slows down a little bit, 185 after 2 months, 165 after 3 months, 145 after 4 months. 4.5 months, Lisa, you're going to be about 135. Tell me, Lisa, if you can even believe that anything like this exists. Please comment. It helps me. I want to know I'm making a difference to all of you. I didn't get up at 4 in the morning to come and be live with you today to not make a difference. Why should I waste your time? I don't want to waste your time. My time I can waste. I can't waste your time. Okay? Yeah, Sammy, everybody's, okay, Shell, 5'1", 145. Shell, hold on. Shell, 5'1", you want to be no more than, Shell, I'd say maximum 110, that's 35 pounds. Shell, you're making it too easy. Shell, first 5 days, you're going to lose 5 to 7 pounds. The first month, about 15 pounds. 130 after 1 month, Shell. 120 after 2 months. 3 months, max. You're going to be about 110. Tell me how excited you are about that. No, it's this one. It's only this one. I'm typing it in the chat for you. Do you see it there, SD? Shell, I'll explain it to you in a moment. Look, Shell, do you see it? Sorry, I mean SD. The New Health Conversation. That's it. It comes, you'll see up in the right-hand corner a picture of a mom and daughter on the cover of Women's World magazine. That's the correct one. Just type right as you see it right there, SD or any of you. I put the website at the bottom of the chat so you all can see it. Screenshot it. You go there. It's a medical website. There's nothing to buy. We will not contact you, but you get to contact us only after you've seen all the medical proof. How could it be fairer than that? Okay? And let's see who was asking me. Shell, you want to know how it works. Let me finish the rest of the consultations I have so far, right? Okay, I did Lisa, Shell, I did you. Okay, still more. Lulu, I did do you. Okay, Tarsh, 5'5", 190. Okay, 5'5", you want to be about 120, that's 75 pounds. Tarsh, you're going to lose in the first 4 days 6 to 8 pounds. The first month, you're 195. Easily, Tarsh. After 1 month, you're going to probably be 175. 2 months, 155. 3 months, 135. So to get to your weight, another 15 pounds, maximum 4 months, Tarsh, you're going to be about 120. Put in the chat, how excited would you be about those numbers? 4 months from now, you'll be 120. It's not amazing, Amy. We see it all the time because it's not a diet. And Amy, put in the, okay, Amy, thank you, or Tarsh, or any of you, or Lulu. Help me out, everybody, okay? We're all part of this. But here's what I want to ask you. Are any of you aware of anybody on social media with one shred of medical evidence other than the pharmaceutical companies, and now this called the protein pacing, which is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals? Come on, everybody, give me a yes or no. A yes or no. Can anybody show me, tell me, anybody you've seen on social media with even one shred of medical proof? Who would it be? Okay? Let me keep going. Come on, Tarsh, Lulu, give me some, Amy, please, give me some feedback. Okay, only looking, I'm 5'11", 205. Now, the only thing is only looking, I have no idea if you're male or female, and that makes a difference. Can you tell me if you're male or female, and then I'll give you the free evaluation. Sag Kind, okay, I'll be happy to do it, Sag Kind, hold on. But only looking, I need to know if you're male or female, okay? How do I start? You go, Caitlin, do you know now, Caitlin, how to go? You go to the New Health Conversation. Here it is again at the bottom for everybody. Look, Caitlin, here's the website. You go there. You look at the medical proof. If you like what you see, Caitlin, you scroll down and you get a free coach and a free consultation. You got it? All right, so, Sag Kind. Okay, Sag, I need to know your height and your current weight. I'll come to you in a moment, Sag. I got somebody ahead of you. So who did I miss? Only looking, 5'11", 205. Only looking. Hopefully you tell me if you're male or female. Caitlin got it. I'm a female, Sag. I'm here. So 5'11", I don't know, only looking. I can't do the evaluation unless I know if you're male or female because it won't be accurate. And I'm a scientist. I'm not giving you opinions. You understand the numbers I'll give you are based on, we've helped 800,000 people in 23 years. Not 8,000, not 80,000, 800,000. So again, I'm just waiting for you only. Okay, well, I'm waiting for only. I'm going to do Sag Kind. I'm 5'5", 167 and 0.6. Okay. 120, great weight for you, 47 pounds, let's say 48 pounds, okay? Sag Kind, first 4 days, 5 to 7 pounds first 4 days. The first month, 167. You're going to lose 20 pounds. You're going to be 147 after 1 month. Even if it slows down a little bit the second month, 147 to 132. 3 months in, 132 less 15 is 17. You're going to be at your goal weight in less than 3 months. Did you hear what I said, Sag Kind? Less than 3 months, you should be 120. Does that excite you? Put in the chat. Come on, everybody. And also, I was asking questions. If Shell said no, she doesn't know. Again, Sag Kind, are you aware of anybody on social media? Just give me a yes or no as a thank you. Are you aware of anybody on social media with any medical proof at all, other than opinions? That's what you've been following, Sag Kind. Has it worked? I know it's a no, but have you? Give me a yes or no, any of you. Are any of you familiar? Can you tell me based on your research, have you found anybody with any medical proof other than the pharmaceutical companies? And now, but this is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. It's 100% safe. And it's not a diet. Sag Kind, great, thank you. Who else? Comment for me. Are you aware of anybody else? Why the hell are you following people with no, they're giving you opinions. If they don't have medical facts, what else would it be? It's their opinion. their interpretation. That's not medical science. Anybody can do that. But where are the human beings? Where's the blood, stool, urine, fat analysis, neurocognitive, liver enzymes, all cholesterol, triglycerides, all the tests that went into this? This is the most comprehensive medical research ever done, and it's not a diet. She did lose 60 pounds in 90 days, no products, no pills, and no dieting. It's not a diet. So again, who else would like to tell me, are you aware of anybody on social media with any medical proof at all? And I'm still waiting. I don't know. Only looking, 511-205. I'd love to help you, but I need to know if you're male or female. Do you want me to give you the wrong numbers? I don't want to do that. So who else would like to know? If you'll put in the chat, the comments, if you tell me if you're male or female and how tall you are, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. Unless someone wants to know, how did she do it? Oh, it's SAG said, how did she do it? I want to get to know and start soonest. Okay, SAG. Okay, all of you, I'm going to go as fast as I can, but there's a lot of information here. First of all, it was invented by the top weight loss nutrition physiologists in the world. Like it says, there are no products, there are no pills, there are no injections of anything. It's based on food. The researchers who created this are considered the top weight loss researchers in the world. For 40 years, they were paid to try and find a diet that worked. They never found a diet that worked. And therefore, they said we're going to stop analyzing diets. There have to be a place in the world where nobody's overweight. And they found these other researchers who'd gone to these faraway regions in Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, and found areas nobody was overweight. Nobody. And yet they were eating. They weren't dieting. They weren't counting calories. What were they doing that was so different? They were ingesting food that we didn't have access to until these studies, that represented huge amounts of nutrition, but in smaller amounts of food. And they could eat less food. Why? Because you've never in your life, any of you have ever been hungry for a calorie. It's such a lie, it makes my head swim. Your body can't count calories. Your body has no idea what a calorie is. You can't be hungry for calories. It's impossible. The only thing you can ever be hungry for in your life is not how much food you eat, but how much nutrition is in the food. These people in these areas, these foods had huge amounts of nutrition. So they stopped eating when they were full. But they were full much sooner because it wasn't about how much, it was the amount of nutrition in the food. So the researchers brought these and combined them with regular food. You'd get a grocery list. Imagine you have no food in your house. You get a grocery list, 30% of what you're going to buy on this, you can buy from your local grocery store, organic, of course. But they give you targeted foods, proteins, fats, carbs, fruits, and vegetables, based on serving sizes, not how many calories. Got it? So now, the other 70% of the food comes from these foods from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, that you can't buy in any grocery store anywhere. And those foods represent what the researchers call the world's most perfect foods from a nutritional standpoint. They have about 300 different nutrients. So unless you're on a prescription for low iron or calcium, you don't need any other supplements. See, these other diets, they don't take this into account. It's just rubbish. It's rubbish. You all proven it. Nobody would be on this podcast right now. If you'd found a diet where you lost weight and kept it off, you wouldn't be on this podcast. Be honest with yourselves. And the main reason to do this is not the weight loss. That's the least important reason, although that's going to blow your minds. It's to detox your body and let your body detox. We are living in a toxic world. We're drinking, we're breathing, eating chemicals, whether you know it or not. Here's a new medical syndrome, registered trademark U.S. patent office, called the TDOS syndrome. Every one of us have it, including everybody on this call. The T is for the toxins. The D, caused by nutrition deficiency, overweight, and stress. What do I mean by toxins? Oh, how about herbicides, pesticides, Scotchgard, and Teflon? And as they enter your body, the brain, to protect you, takes those chemicals and stuffs them inside your visceral fat, and those fat cells expand. There is no such thing as you getting fatter. That's a total lie. You have the same number of fat cells at puberty. You do when you diet. Don't fall for this crap that you can burn fat on a diet or at the gym. Nonsense, nonsense, nonsense. We're just being misled. I'm being very kind, politically correct. No, we're being lied to. But the people aren't lying. They believe this crap, but they didn't do a scintilla of evidence. You couldn't possibly tell people you're gaining fat. You couldn't possibly tell people you're burning fat when you're not. I mean, but they do. And you believe it because I'm a trainer and I got big muscles. Congratulations. What did you do to remove toxins from your body? Nothing. Zero. So unless you believe opinions, because that's what you're getting, none of these diets are there's no way. I don't give a damn what diet you're on. They don't work. They don't work. I'm really sad for the people that come on for about 10 seconds and then jump off, because all they're doing is shortchanging their lives. They're absolutely limiting their potential. But for those of you that hang in there and figure out, this is different. So now we have the foods, right? So 5 days a week, you're going to have 4 meals a day. You heard me. You're going to start with the World's Most Perfect Food for breakfast, lunch and dinner from the grocery store, and a fourth meal, the World's Most Perfect Food. 2 days a week, here's the detox. No food from the grocery store. Only these exotic foods around the world, which you're now going to eat 8 times a day. You're going to eat every hour and a half for 2 hours. Now, why did they do that? Because in order to detox your body, by the way, every night when you go to sleep, you detox in a system called autophagy. And what has to happen is one thing. You have to stop digestion, so don't eat too late. Once that occurs, the body begins to detox, called autophagy, and it gets rid of the dead cells. Well, they felt they could reproduce this when she was awake by giving her no food from the grocery store, only these World's Most Perfect Foods, this time 8 times a day. In each feeding, she was getting really small amounts of food. Therefore, it suspended digestion, turned on the mechanism, but they had all the nutrition to run it. How do they know it worked? Because they did blood, stool, urine, and fat analysis and proved without a shadow of a doubt this is removing chemicals from the body. Does everybody get that? And then maintenance. Oh, what else did they see? Sorry. In the first month, blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, triglycerides all plummeted. Also inflammation, which has never been seen coming down before. It came down 25% a month. And every one of us, including me and you, we all suffer from inflammation. This is going to change the world. If you're on a diet right now, I don't know why you'd be on one if you get this medical proof. It's all based on medical proof. We don't give you opinions. If you want opinions, there's plenty of people on TikTok that'll give you opinions with no facts, including medical doctors, nice people. I wrote 4 best-selling books of some of the biggest medical doctors in the world. They agree. They take about 15 or 20 hours of nutrition in medical school. That's it. That's not enough. You all have a chance to hit the reset button in your body. This protocol is based, it's a detox generated by food with huge amounts of nutrition and a very new eating pattern called protein pacing. You all can Google it. It's a registered trademark. And if you go to our website, good SAG kind, this is going to help you tremendously. It's not a diet, SAG. It's not a diet. And all of those, we have people with no thyroids. We have people with hyperthyroidism, with goiter, with Hashimoto's. How about women? PCOS, perimenopause, menopause. And we're not treating, curing, diagnosing, or making any medical preventions at all. All we're doing is sharing with you what's in 10 peer-reviewed human trial studies. Do you all understand the significance of a peer-reviewed human trial study? Because the only people on TikTok are the ones on the pharmaceuticals companies or this protocol. I'll defy any of you. Show me any. Why in the hell are you following people on TikTok that are giving you opinions? That's what you're following. They don't have any medical proof behind it, because when they give you information with no medical proof, it's an opinion. I'm not basing my life anymore on opinions. It's too dangerous. You want to change your life, or you want to keep screwing around with paleo, keto, Mediterranean, time-restricted eating? It's all horse manure. Yes, you lose weight initially, but 40% of what you're losing is lean muscle mass, including on the shots. We're not even against the shots. They're helping diabetics and people morbidly obese, but every day new research is coming out. Ooh, maybe you want to consider every drug as a side effect, including the shots. I mean, what in the world are we doing? Are you basing your life on opinions? Really? I mean, is your opinion that diets work? Is your opinion we're not living in a toxic world? If 86% of Americans are going to be overweight or obese, according to Johns Hopkins Medical School, in 4 years, is that an opinion that diets work? You could change your lives if you want to. It's as simple as giving me, right now, are you male or female? How tall are you? And what's your current weight? And I'll show you how fast you can lose weight on this. Yes or no? Who wants to know? And again, what I would love to ask anybody, help me out here. If I'm wrong, put in the chat. Is anybody aware of anybody on social media with one shred of medical evidence? Just give me a no or a yes. If you believe that opinions matter, then you're on the wrong podcast. Then go follow keto, paleo, all these diets. Go to Barnes and Noble. Look at how many diet titles there are. None of them work. It's one of the biggest tragedies in humanity. And the people, like I said, that come by, they kick the tires and they're gone. But she actually lost 60 pounds in 90 days. There are no products, no pills, no dieting with a revolutionary natural detox. And it's published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. What do you all think about that? Are you interested in changing your lives or not? Or do you want to just screw around following these nice people on TikTok without one shred or on YouTube with not a shred of medical evidence? This will change your life. Come on, don't be shy. Don't sit on your hands. I've already done about 10 or 12 evaluations. If you just tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are, and your current weight, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. Why wouldn't you want to do it? It's a free evaluation based on our evidence from 800,000 people over 23 years, with the vast majority have been able to keep the weight off. Me, 40 pounds, 7 weeks, kept the weight up for 23 years. 23 years. So you tell me. So who else would like to know? If you tell me how tall you are, your current weight, male or female, and I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight. Hello, Alexandra. Again, everybody, this is live. It's not pre-recorded. And for those of you that are just kicking the tires, these are my credentials. I've written 4 best-selling books, some of the biggest medical doctors in the world, 20 appearances on PBS, 1,500 lectures all over the world, including in China. But I'm not giving you opinions, despite all my academic research. That doesn't matter. What matters is what could this do for you starting today? First step is awareness. Because without awareness, you're not going to do anything. You're going to continue to do whatever silly diet you're on. They're silly. They don't work. Again, I'm willing to give you a free personal consultation. If you tell me you're male or female, how tall are you, your current weight, and I'll give you what your medical weight should be, and we'll show you how to get you there in probably 1/12 of the time. You'll lose as much weight on this in 4 days as 6 weeks of any diet you've ever been on. So come on, everybody, I'm just waiting for you. Or if someone is impatient and they want me to explain how it works, I'll do that. I'm not a mind reader, so let me know how I can be of best service to all of you. Otherwise, why are you watching this podcast? Don't you want to know how she did that? But more importantly, it's not about her. It's about you. What kind of life do you want to live? Are you willing to continue to live your life based on opinions about weight loss programs from PhDs and medical doctors and dietitians and nutritionists? It's just silly. You would have thought with all those people putting all that effort, someone would have figured this out. Well, these researchers did. Oh, here we go. Sheila. 5'1", Sheila. 110 would be great for you, 55 pounds. Sheila, get ready. First 4 days for you, Sheila, 6 to 8 pounds. First month, Sheila, at least, you're going to probably lose close to 20 pounds in a month, Sheila. So 145 after 1 month, 130 after 2 months, 3 months in, 115. So basically 3 months and probably 1 or 2 weeks, Sheila, you're going to be 110. Sheila, put in the chat for me. How excited are you about that? I know it sounds crazy, but we do it all. Well, look, she lost 60 pounds in 90 days, Sheila. 60 pounds in 90 days. You can do it too. You don't need to lose 60, though. You only need to lose 55. But I'm telling you, more than 3 months. I'm being conservative, Sheila, for your benefit. Because if I told you what I really think is possible, you'd think I was crazy. Maybe you think I'm crazy anyway. But you got to understand, Sheila, this is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world. And you can go to the website. Here it is, Sheila, for all of you. That's a website. It's not a link. You just type in The New Health Conversation. You go there. It's free. The only thing there, it's all the medical proof. We're not going to contact you if you go there. We will not do that. We don't need to do it. So Sheila, give me some adjectives. How do you feel about those numbers? Would you be excited? I hope you're like out of your mind excited. But you got to understand, it also is really important for your overall health to be able to get that weight off. not just for your energy and your back and your knees and your hips, but your overall medical condition. I'm not saying you have any medical conditions. I don't know you, so I'm not speculating. I'm just telling you in general. So do you understand, everybody? There's the New Health Conversation podcast website you can go to, and if you go there and like what you see, we will not contact you. But if you like it, scroll down, free consultation, free coaching. How much is the consultation? Zero. How much is the coaching? Zero. What do you buy on this? Food. Let me be clear. You're buying something. You're buying food. None of it from us. You're going to get a grocery list, Sheila. You actually would take it to the grocery store. 30% of whatever you bought last month, that's all you're going to buy at the grocery store. The other 70% comes from these foods from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, that are foods you can't buy in any grocery store. But they represent huge amounts of nutrition. That's why this works, Sheila. But I'm still waiting for you to comment about those amazing results you're going to have. Unless you don't think it's real. That's okay too. It's not going to change my life, but it sure could change your life. So Sheila, I don't know, maybe you got a phone call, something. I mean, you disappeared on me. Who else would like to put in, if you tell me if you're male or female and how tall you are, I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. Who else would like to know? We got lots of nice people on here that are still hanging in there after all this time, and yet you're sitting on your hands. Why wouldn't you want me to give you a free evaluation? Because that's going to, that hopefully will, create your curiosity that you want to go and learn more about this. Talk to a free coach. It's not on a computer. I mean, it is. It's going to be Zoom or on WhatsApp or whatever phone methodology you have. So who else would like to know? Look at, everybody, 35 pounds in 37 days. Diets are dead. She quit diets forever. Lost 35 pounds in 37 days with this natural food detox and a smarter way of eating. That sounds too simple. That's it. There's no products here. There are no pills, lotions, potions, injections. No, it's just based on food and a new way of eating. So again, who else would like to know how they could do this for themselves? I'll be right back. 1 second. Okay, so who else would like to know? If you tell me if you're male or female, I'll tell you are and your current weight. I'll tell you what your medical weight should be, and I'll tell you how fast you could get there. And this is a detox. It is not a diet. Let me give you the shortest version. It's based on the top weight loss researchers in the world, finding people in the world where no one was overweight and they figured out what they were doing. That's a simple version. And what it came down to is that those people were eating foods that you can't buy, I don't care where you live in the world, with in massive amounts of nutrition in very little amounts of food. And based on that, they set up a schedule for all. Shishi, they're very easy, very easy. You're going to find out. Again, Shell, you need to go to the website, talk to a coach. But Shell, do you want those results? Or do you want to keep the weight where it is now or go on a diet and lose? Shell, would you agree with me? At best, on diets, you're losing about 1 pound a week. You get excited about that? Put in the comments, Shell. Oh, hi, Bev. You're tall, Bev. Wow, 158. Okay, 5'8". Bev, great weight for you. At 5'8", it's going to be about 145. That's going to be 50 pounds. Get ready, Bev. First 4 days, 6 to 8 pounds in 4 days, Bev. You got it so far? Bev, also in the first 7 days, you'll lose a whole dress size on average with no exercise. No one here was allowed to exercise. They actually wore Fitbits to prove they didn't exercise. Well, look at her. You can see how much she shrank. It's a detox. It's not a diet. And they weren't allowed to exercise. Not that they're against exercise, but otherwise you would have said, oh, she lost weight because it was diet and exercise. No, it wasn't. No exercise at all. Do exercise for cardiovascular. It's not a weight loss strategy. I can tell all of you that right now. There's some free advice. Okay, so here's what's going to happen, Bev. First month, you'll lose at least 20 pounds, 5 pounds a week, 175 after 1 month, 155 after 2 months. So 2.5 months, you're going to be about at 145. Bevs, tell me how excited you are about that. And if you go to our website, Bevs, here's the free website. The website's free to go to. The only thing there is the medical proof. If you like what you see, scroll down. You'll get a free consultation and a free coach. How much is the consultation? Zero. How much is the coaching all the way to your goals? Zero. What do you buy from us? Nothing. You're going to buy food, Bevs. That's it. And you're going to get coached for free. But tell me how excited, give me some accolades for yourself. How excited are you going to be if in a little over 2 months, you're going to be basically 145? You tell me how excited you'd be about that. Yes, want results. Right, Bevs, did you see the website? Did you see it there? Let me put it up again. The New Health Conversation. Bevs, make sure, don't do at The New Health Conversation. That's my TikTok site with 1,500 videos, but there's no medical proof there and there's no coaches. The coaches are the free coaching and the medical research is at The New Health Conversation. I just want to clarify that with you. Now, for anybody that says, don't hear the word free, the coaching's free. That you're going to buy food a month's worth. You got to eat for a month, and you're going to spend about total what you spent last month. Even though only 30% of the food comes from your grocery store, that allows you 70% of the money to go towards these exotic foods around the world. And then we're going to teach you how to have, until you lose your weight, 5 days a week, 4 meals a day, and 2 days a week in order to get your body to detox. You're going to eat 8 times a day, 2 days a week until you lose your weight. What? Yes. I know it sounds too good to be true, but it's better than that. As a matter of fact, good, Bevs, great. Who else would like to come on and help me out here? If you tell me if you're male or female and how tall you are, I'll tell you how much weight you can lose in a short period of, well, you're going to lose as much in 4 days as 6 weeks of any diet. Let's just start with that. So now who's interested? If you'll tell me, like Bevs did, I just need male or female, how tall and your current weight, and I'll tell you what your DNA, your medical weight should be, and I'll show you how fast. This is not a diet, everybody. And Bevs, if you didn't hear, this is published in 10 of the biggest medical journals in the world, Bevs. Do me a favor, Bevs. Just a yes or no answer to this question. Bevs, are you aware of anybody on TikTok or social media with one shred of medical evidence other than the pharmaceutical companies with the shots, or now this called protein pacing? Just give me a yes or no. Any of you, tell me, can anybody tell me anybody you're following on social media with any medical proof at all, anybody? I'd love to know. There's a point to me asking you the question. The reason I'm asking the question is up to this point, the only thing you've had to go on, if they're telling you to go on a diet, keto, paleo, Mediterranean, telling you about all this weight you can lose, if they have no medical proof, you know what they're giving you? An opinion. An opinion is not a medical fact. An opinion is just them talking about something they observed, but that's not a medical study. So it's really important you understand the difference here, that what she did is backed by 10 peer-reviewed human trials. That's a huge deal. Each journal has their own set of investigators, so they had to go through 10 different sets of journals with 10 different sets of investigators to prove that everything we're telling you here today is backed by medical proof, medical science. None of it's an opinion. Does that make sense to everybody? Oh, Sat Kind gave me a nice thing. Lee Che gave me something nice. I appreciate all of you. So again, who else would like to know? If you'll tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are, I'll show you what your medical weight should be and how fast you can get there. And keep in mind, we're basing this, the New Health Conversation, you can see it there in red. I'll put it at the bottom of the chat also for everybody. It's the New Health Conversation. I think we need one. Okay, somebody wants an evaluation. Great. So for you, Felicia, you can go to that website. I just posted it right below your name. Just screenshot it as I go through. So 5'7", Felicia. At 5'7", you're pretty tall. I'd say a great weight for you is going to be no more than one. Oh, you didn't give me your weight. Sorry, Felicia. I don't know what your starting weight is. How would I tell you how much you're going to lose if I don't know what your current weight is? Oh, okay, great. Thanks, Felicia. All right, so Felicia, brace yourself. The first 4 days on this, you'll lose 6 or 8 pounds in 4 days. The first month, minimum 20 pounds, 191 after 1 month, 171 after 2 months, 3 months, 151. So a little bit over 3 months, you should be easily 135, 140 after like 3 months. Felicia, put in the chat, how excited would you be about that? And Felicia, do me a favor, please. If you'll put in the chat a yes or no answer. Are you aware, Felicia, of anybody on TikTok or social media with one shred of medical evidence? Who would it be? Just give me a yes or no, Felicia. It's important for your future. So just a yes or no. I'm sorry, Felicia. So you do know of people on social media with medical proof? I think you misinterpreted my question. Felicia, because there isn't anybody on social media with any medical proof other than the pharmaceutical companies and this protocol right here. Yeah, that's what I thought. People, what they're telling me, they're reinforcing, yes, I don't know of anybody on social media. So Felicia, oh, your phone was ringing. Okay. But Felicia, doesn't that concern you that up to this point, whatever you tried diet-wise, did you even know that what you were following was an opinion with no medical facts? Honestly, did you know that? I'm curious because everybody is shocked to realize they think, oh, it's an MD. They told me how to lose weight. They took 15 hours of nutritional training in medical school. With all due respect, I wrote 4 best-selling books with medical doctors. I have great respect for them. But really, they don't have a solution. If they did, how would 86% of Americans be projected to be overweight or obese in 4 years by Johns Hopkins Medical School, Felicia? Does that sound to you like diets are working? User 6100. Hello. I'm not sure what that emoji means, if that's good or bad. I don't know. So you're not affecting me, good or bad. I don't know what it means. I hope it's good because I have a lot of haters. There's no doubt about it. But that's just part of if you do podcasts. And I do about 8 hours a day of podcasts. My voice is even a little scratchy right now. I've been on now for almost an hour and 10 minutes. So I'll have to stop here fairly soon to rest my voice. So would anybody else? So Felicia, tell me you were excited. And Felicia, here's the website right here, Felicia. Look, you go to Google. If you like what I'm saying, go to Google, type in The New Health Conversation. And you'll see it's only medical proof, including an interview with Felicia with the #1 weight loss researcher in the world. He and his team created this. They have no company. They have no products. They're scientists. And they did this with food and a new eating pattern. Felicia, were you around when I explained exactly how this works? Give me a yes or no, because I'll close this out by explaining it to you if you didn't hear me explain how in the world did she lose 60 pounds in 90 days. Oh, you got the website. Okay, well, let me go over it with you real quickly. So Felicia, this was invented by the top weight loss researchers in the world who'd been paid for 40 years to try and find a diet that worked. Not only did they not find diets that worked, 2/3 of everybody on every diet, Felicia, gained more weight than you lost. You probably could relate to that. And they proved that up to 2/3 of everybody was gaining more weight than they lost. And the reason was really simple, that on any diet, the thing you're losing, Felicia, is not fat. That's a lie. There's no such thing as burning fat on a diet or at the gym. Your fat cells are the same at puberty that they are when you pass away, and they can expand or contract over your lifetime. And what's happening to us, Felicia, hopefully you'll put this in the chat. Do you believe we're living in a toxic world? And do you believe you're toxic? If you don't, then you're definitely on the wrong podcast. But if you do, here's what's real. We're drinking, breathing, eating chemicals on a daily basis, and the body, to protect us, is taking those chemicals and stuffing them inside what's called our visceral fat. And those fat cells, you don't add fat cells. That's a lie. Your fat cells expand, or if you can detox, they contract. And you can see there how much she shrank. And if you look at Julie, it's even more prominent. It's not just that she lost 35 pounds. Look at from her face to her shoulders to her stomach to her thighs and calves. She gained 12% lean muscle mass with no exercise. Felicia, this is not a diet. Okay, so let's keep going. So the researchers said, we've tried now for 40 years to try and find a diet where people could lose weight and keep it off. And they said there have to be people somewhere in the world, Felicia, that aren't overweight. And they found other researchers who had found these areas. in the world where no one was overweight in Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand, representing these huge amounts of nutrition in small amounts of food. And these foods we couldn't get a hold of until these researchers made it possible. But our researchers, they don't sell anything. You basically are going to get a grocery list, Felicia. You're going to take it to the grocery store. But imagine you have no food in your house. That's the best way to think about this. 30% of what you spent last month, that's all you're going to spend this month at the grocery store, leaving you 70% of the money to buy these foods from the other researchers that literally come from Russia, Mongolia, Tibet, South America, New Zealand. Now, the reason that's so important, they contain about 300 different nutrients. The researchers call these foods the world's most perfect foods from a nutritional standpoint. Unless you're on a prescription for low iron or calcium, you don't need any supplements at all. So now they had the foods, right? 30% from your grocery store, 70% from these exotic foods around the world. So then 5 days a week, she had 4 meals a day. She started the day with the world's most perfect food, no food from the grocery store. Lunch and dinner from the grocery store list, and a fourth meal, the world's most perfect food, until she lost her weight 5 days a week. 2 days a week, here's the detox. No food from the grocery store, only these exotic foods from around the world. This time they had her eating 8 times a day. So she was eating every hour and a half for 2 hours. Now, why that's so crucial to this? Why couldn't you do it just with organic food? Because you don't have enough, you'd have to, see, in order to detox your body every night, you detox by what? By the time you go to sleep, you've digested all your food, your digestion is all but stopped, and it has to happen, then the body turns on and begins to detox in a process called autophagy. Happens every night when your body gets rid of dead cells. It happened last night, as long as you didn't eat too late. Well, these researchers felt they could do this. So by giving her 8 feedings a day over about 12, 14 hours, she was getting very small amounts of food. But the key was those foods contained still high levels of nutrition. And they proved, Felicia, through blood, stool, urine, and fat, this is removing chemicals from her body. That's why she shrank. They have the medical proof that the visceral fat, that's the fat around the organs, in 6 weeks with no exercise, shrank by 33%. A third. Most women, this is a whole dress size in the first week, Felicia. You can imagine how much you're going to shrink in just a month. It's not a diet. If you're going into this with a diet mentality, you're on the wrong podcast. Think about your detoxing your body with this incredible side benefit being weight loss. And also maintenance is really simple. You simply have the world's most, I did this morning, I had the world's most perfect food for breakfast. I'll have lunch and dinner today, and every 2 months I do another 48-hour detox. Why? Because the toxins aren't going on vacation. Does this make sense, Felicia? Do you get it? Just give me a yes if this makes sense. I know you said you believe we're toxic, so obviously this should be of real interest to you. And the side benefit, Felicia, is this tremendous safe weight loss without the loss of any lean muscle. Actually, they all gained, minimum, they gained 6%. Some of them gained as much as 12% lean muscle mass in a month. In a month. And if you look at some of the, like this is a 65-year-old man, diabetic. Look at his A1C went from 8.4 to 6.4 in 30 days. And his bad triglycerides cut in half in a month. And then you look at someone here like Eric. Look at that, Felicia, 45 pounds in a month, 1.5 pounds a day. But again, look at his medical numbers, triglycerides, bad cholesterol in half in 30 days, blood pressure, 134 over 91 dropped to 102 over 61. It looks like a different person. But you lose 45 pounds in a month, you're going to look a lot different in a positive way. And no loose skin. Let's go back to Julie. Despite 35 pounds in 37 days, no loose skin. But I'll show you a more dramatic. I love this picture. This lady here. How about 200 pounds in 11 months, everybody? Look at, where's the loose skin? I know she's wearing a dress, but the belt wouldn't hide the fact if she had all this loose skin. Isn't that cool? Isn't that just cool? All of you, that's what's available to you. I mean, I hope you don't have to lose 200 pounds, but whatever you have to lose, you're going to lose it. You're going to lose as much in 4 days as 6 weeks of any diet you've ever been on. So I'm going to end this podcast with anybody else. I'll take one last person if they'll tell me how tall they are, male or female, how tall they are in their current weight. I'll tell you how fast you can lose weight on this. Who would like to know? Again, anybody like to know how fast they could lose weight on this? Just tell me if you're male or female, how tall you are and your current weight, and I'll give you a free evaluation. Otherwise, I'm going to end this podcast. I've been on now for almost an hour and 20 minutes. I got to rest my voice. So would anybody else like to put in the chat? You're male or female, how tall you are, and your current weight, and I'll tell you how you can lose as much weight in 4 days as 6 weeks of any diet. It's not a diet. Female, oh, okay, I'm 5'3", 227. Okay, at 5'3", 115 would be a great weight for you. That's 112 pounds. Okay, Eta, you're going to lose in the first 4 days 8 to 10 pounds. The first month, you'll probably lose close to 25 pounds. So I'm going to tell you, really, after 1 month, you're going to probably be under 200 pounds. You should be about 25 pounds is going to get you, I'm sorry, you'll be 202 after just a month, 202. The second month, you'll crash through 200, slow down a little bit, probably about 20 pounds. So by the second month, you should be 182, the third month, 162, the fourth month, 142, the fifth month, 122. So a little bit over 5 months, you should absolutely be about 115. Tell me, Ate, how excited would you be about those numbers? You're not on a diet, read it. There's no pills, no products, no dieting. It's a detox. So give me an accolade. How excited would you be 115 in less than 5 months? Tell me how excited you'd be about that. I hope you're excited. All right, I'm going to end the podcast, even if you won't. Okay, oh, good. Okay. And here's where you go. Here's the free website to get the free coaching and the free consultation. And the only thing you're buying on this is food. Here you go. Because I'm closing out this podcast now, but I want to give you the information so you can go and see the medical proof. The only thing on this website is the medical proof. So you can understand why and how it works, medically proven. And if you like what you see, you scroll all the way down and you get a free coach. Why is it not letting me? VERSE. Okay. Okay, I'm just posting it right under your name there. The New Health Conversation. I spelled it right. Do you see it there, because that's where you go. If you go there, we won't contact you. The only way we'll contact you is if you contact us. That's true for all of you, for any of you. Just Photoshop. Good, Shale. I hope you do check it out. Why wouldn't you? What else? Otherwise, Shell, you already told me. There's nobody on TikTok with any medical proof. So if you're going to follow another diet, you're following an opinion. Do you really want to spend your life following opinions, or do you want medical facts that will change your life? It's up to you. It's not up to me. I hope you will go there and really take it seriously and look at what's there, including the interview with the #1 weight loss nutrition physiologist in the world. That's what I think should excite you. Because again, it's the only medical proof other than the pharmaceutical companies on all of TikTok or social media at all with the proof. If you like medical proof, then you're going to the right spot. All right, everybody, I'm going to end the podcast. Let's see, I'll probably come on again around 11:30 Eastern Standard Time today. Okay, bye, everybody.